Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are talking about one topic, that is currencies and its dependency. In this, basically, we are talking about the tomato planets and tomato planet. Basically, in pure English, basically it's called tomato. In Desi English, basically it is called tomato, and in English, basically potato is also basically one of the vegetables. So these two basically vegetables has generated 3 lakh planets. So just imagine one vegetable is generating 3 lakh planets. 3 lakh planet basically, not one or two planet basically. It's a 3 lakh planet. So you can just imagine basically 3 lakh planet means how much basically. So 3 lakh planets basically is getting generated. So we can just imagine the power also basically of the planets basically. From normal one vegetable, if 3 lakh planet basically can be produced, that means how many human needs, powerful human needs are basically there. For example, oil, that is basically getting produced by the UAE basically, not natural oil basically, but they have the royalty basically, right? They got the royalty that they are only basically going to produce these oils. Why? Because they have got the authority basically. They only have the formulas basically, and on the base of they only have the authority basically. They know that also basically that, for example, from the land basically they are digging the oil. They have tracked up to that level that which all planets basically are basically controlled basically are controlling that much land basically. That much land basically, who is controlling, which satellites basically are controlling, which planets basically are controlling, up to that level basically data they have basically. So if their data basically they have basically, then basically it's very easy to create the software also. Why? Because planet equal to blood cells, so that blood cells equal to human clones, that also you can say. So exact copy of that planet basically, the human's clone basically are created, and from that human clone basically the energies basically are created, and then basically the chemicals basically, then from the software basically create one CRM software, then create the energies basically, create the energy of the CRM software basically, create the energy from the CRM software. But ultimately basically it's energies only basically. That is the blood's energy basically, blood cells energy. This is basically technique basically which is created by which group basically, that I don't know, but this technique basically has created the entire world, and entire world basically is dependent on this technique only basically. And if in future basically big is going to happen, big means if by chance world will end, if by chance basically world will end, that will be on the base of this technology only the world is going to end. Reason, this technology has created crores of planet basically, more than 100-200 crore planet basically is already created basically. So in future, if the planet basically has created, right, so in future basically it might possible that our planet will not end, but anything basically can happen, anything. One person told that basically planet is created, right? Planet basically has created by the software industry, that is basically from the software energy groups, but it has used anywhere basically, that you see basically. For example, 100 crore planet basically has created, but it has used anywhere, that you see basically. That basically how you are going to track that. If it is used, then satellite 100% going to track that. If it has used basically. If it has basically used, then satellite group is easily going to track. No? For example, 3 lakh planet is created. That planet is used or not used. If used, then basically what is the status of that planet basically, and how basically the potato planet is going to help the other planet, so that basically the other planet can move from that particular direction, which basically is got which basically got the information from the other planets. I will take one example. Uh, Set human basically are not pushing the Earth planet, right? In universe, human basically are not pushing the Earth planet and like this basically go that side, go that side. That type of thing basically nobody is doing, right? That is one thing. That means satellites basically are pushing the Earth planet. That is 100% sure. That is basically the set of attraction energy basically. That is basically one thing basically. So one thing is the satellite basically are pushing each and every planet. So 3 lakh planet basically was created and it was placed in certain direction basically. On the base of satellites, all planets basically are moving here and there basically. If anything happens to satellite, then also basically mostly the planet will never get going to blast with each other. Why? Because attraction is not there, na basically. Attraction is not there. Why? Because the creation up to that level basically. Planet is created. Planet basically has created on the base of energy. That means attraction is not going to happen basically in universe basically, and that is basically controlled by satellite group basically. So 3 lakh planet basically is created. It has dumped into the certain location where basically 5 crore planets are going to pass. That planet basically has got the data. In future basically, where for example after 300 year basically, 300 year, there basically the human started living basically. Corona basically planet ended. Corona planet basically. Corona basically might be planet also. Corona basically disease came. In this disease, how many people died? It might possible that the people who basically died, they might have placed in that planets basically. That 5 crore planet might possible basically. Anything is possible. Anything is possible in this universe basically. There are lots of things basically which happens basically that nobody basically can track also basically. Reason behind, what might be the reason behind that? That the people who dies in Earth planet, they basically get placed in the 5 crore planet. That basically 5 crore. It can be basically any planet basically, but it has placed, right, basically. That is 100% sure basically. That basically World Bank basically 100% might be tracking it. That World Bank basically don't know anything basically about this basically. About this basically the World Bank don't know anything. Or is it the totally different world basically which is handled by some Sanskrit or Tamil guru? That is totally different world or basically. There basically there is no connection of monies. It might possible basically. So like this basically the chain basically gets generates of planets to planets. Planets to planets. And mostly basically 99% people say that the people who has died in the corona, 90% people basically are placed in the another planet basically. But in front of the world basically there are lots of people, with 10% people basically has got fired also basically, because you have to display something na basically that this many people has died. This many people has basically died. So what is government basically? That basically you can see basically what actually government is. What government is, you can basically see.